We are visiting with Aging and In-Home Services of Northeast Indiana and PHP. We're talking now about social determinants of health. It's not just your physical being that determines whether you're healthy or not. So tell me about the social determinants of health. That word is going to kill me. And what part of that is in the home? Like, what does the home dictate is in that circle?
In that circle. So social determinants, you can look at everything from just, economics, financial stability, education, just, any number of things, just social awareness, to resources in the community. And then just, what is their neighborhood? What is their support system? Is that family? Is it friends? I mean, all of those different things. So those are always things that we look for in the home. If somebody's by themselves, what's the support going to look like when you're recovering from either even a short-term illness or something now that may be long-term. So we look at all of those different things.
And that's important in your transitions in care program.
Absolutely.
I mean, that just kind of makes sense. If you're looking at somebody having, I'm looking at my cheat sheet of my circle here. If you're looking at somebody having a financial issue.
Absolutely.
That can cause them to...
They may not get the prescription picked up that they need. They may not keep their doctor's appointment. They may not have the food, the money to buy food. We think of health as that what is contained in the medical chart. You have a temperature, you have a broken bone, but the environment, your environment creates a health issue in itself. You could have a translation problem if English is not the primary language. They don't understand their discharge instructions. It could be somebody who has asthma, who has a cat and a smoker in the house. All of those things, that's your environment and all the things that may be a barrier to your care.
And like we talked about in the last segment, when it's not something you planned for.
Exactly.
When it was an accident, you have an accident and you can't go back to work.
Then what?
You're not making any money.
Right.
So maybe you didn't have a financial problem before, but now it's this new one, and that's too where the whole embarrassment comes in.
Absolutely.
You don't want to tell people that you need help.
Right. Right. And that will create stress. It'll affect the family. And we all know stress is a factor in a person's overall health, especially when they're recovering.
Now, another part, that social determinant of health, really that caregiver comes into play there too, don't they?
That's a big one. We work a lot with caregivers just as an agency, but in the Transitions in Care program, a lot of times it's the caregiver that we're meeting with. Just to, what do you need to care for this person at home? What support? Sometimes they have questions about, medications or different things. One of the really lovely benefits of the program is that PHP will provide a dietitian or a nurse that will come out to the house. So they're actually on our staff, but PHP covers that for their members. So I've had a nurse go out to the house just to work with the caregiver on how to take a blood pressure. Nobody ever showed them, but they're supposed to be, tracking it every day, and they don't even know how to do it. So, there are kind of these built-in benefits of the program to help address all these things that we run into at home.
I would guess in both of your cases, one thing that you hear a lot about is people needing assistance managing their benefits.
Yes.
This could be, listen, you're in the world every day, so you get it, but the rest of us don't.
No, that is probably our number one. People have health insurance. There is a social factor that people assume something about their health insurance and they don't really understand not only the insurance part of it, what it can provide, what assistance is out there. They think it's mainly just pay my doctor. But we do have case managers, we have social workers, we have all kinds of programs that can help our members. Any of them can help explain the contract that they have, where they can get care, how they can get care, what it's going to cost. We can even recommend physicians to them, alternatives, you name it. Anything that we can do to help our member, because again, we are a not-for-profit, and we have a philosophy that says it's just the right care for the right person at the right time in the right place.
Who knew that my PHP insurance could do so much for me? You're going to hear from me all the time now. I'm so excited. We want to talk about what's trending in aging and in-home services. We'll do that next.